live in Twitch, and hopefully you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, we're on YouTube, and we are back into the Grand Tactician, the Civil War, playing as the rebels, of course. And we are just getting into March 1862 as the Confederacy. And so far, this early in the war, I guess it's been going relatively well. We've had a couple of setbacks, but more or less we've been keeping up with the North. But it's only a matter of time here before their industrial strength really starts kicking in. And I've been trying to make the most of this time before they can really get away from me, and done a couple of things here that has helped me. I've really committed to trying to stifle their progress in the West. I went ahead and sent General Longstreet over here early on, and I gave him a decent army to maneuver around Arkansas and keep the uh, keep the West under control and kind of keep them on, at least keep them occupied over here, and also try and stop them in the river areas. Early in the game, we kind of invested some money into some river squadrons to try and keep the river under our control. And so I think that by keeping them occupied over here and forcing them to spend money and attention over here to the west and in the river areas, it's kind of kept them from being able to focus down some big armies here in the east. And I was kind of able to capitalize on that and send the Army of Northern Virginia down the peninsula to go ahead and take Fort Monroe. So we had just accomplished that, and we have gotten the Army of Northern Virginia back up into Northern Virginia where it belongs. And we're trying to get them back up to a nice readiness status. And also, we managed to squeak out a win up here with the Army of the Shenandoah. They had just gotten attacked by a pretty large Union army, and I thought we were going to lose, and it just came down to bare bones, white knuckle, who's going to be the first to blink and give up, and we managed to outhold them. So we've still got the Army of the Shenandoah right across the river, right across the Potomac River here in Cumberland, but their readiness is suffering. They have not been able to get control of the situation. So let's get time moving along here. Let me check my policies and see what I'm currently. Yeah, right now we're working on Diplomacy 3 here. I think that's going to give us some extra rifles and weapons that we can supply our troops with. Oh, and another good news that happened in the last episode is we managed to go ahead and get Kentucky to secede from the Union and join the Confederacy. It looks like they are starting to get their military policies and their militia and recruitment policies underway in the North. So we're going to start seeing a lot bigger armies. Okay, now Longstreet, I thought I had told you to come on down here. Yeah, let's send him on down to try and chase down this Army of the West here. If we can get him moving there. And I've also got my Texas Marauders that are on their way up into Oklahoma Indian Territory here. Now, this is a cavalry brigade, a couple of cavalry brigades here. Let's take a look at their order of battle here. Yeah, we've got 2 cavalry brigades. I may give him 1 more cavalry brigade, but I think that's probably going to be enough there to move around in Indian Territory and see some of these supply depots. I just want something that's very maneuverable. Okay, Longstreet is on his way. How are we doing over here with my army? Okay, this is Zollicoffer. Zollicoffer has got 20,000 men. Not sure how big that army is there. Zollicoffer, I want you to come on up here and take on this army. French invasion of Mexico. Okay. He's got the first corps up there. They've got 22,000 men up there. I'm going to see if I can push them back, if we can be a little aggressive here. We're going to try to be a little aggressive. We need to try and push them back if we can. I think I may start looking at getting him another division here. Okay, this is Fort Randall. The Fort Randall garrison. What does he have in there? He's got 75 troops in there. It is still winter time, though it is March. Fort Randall garrison. Let's see if we can... Right there. Let me get him a small infantry brigade, a small brigade in there. We'll get it from the Indian Territory. But yeah, let's go with 1,500 here. This is going to be from the Indian Territory, so let's see. I don't understand why it is not letting me change the uniform for some reason. That's interesting. We'll just go ahead and recruit that uniform there. Can we give them... We'll give them some Springfield muskets. How about that? Okay, it's going to take them 39 days to show up. That's a very important fort, so I want to go ahead and have a pretty good sized garrison holding that fort there. Now he is definitely taking some attrition up here, but I can't exactly tell what kind of attrition he's taking. But we're fixing to attack him anyway. We're going to have to be aggressive here. A Longstreet is on his way down through eastern Oklahoma toward the Army of the West. He only has about 8,000 men there. I would love to get Missouri to secede and join the Confederacy as well. All right, Army of Tennessee, come on now. All right, here we go. Zollicoffer is taking on John Fremont. I want to play this battle on the battle map. What a gruesome scene that is right there. So gruesome. Man, this was just a terrible, terrible war right here. Terrible war. He only has 15,000 men. I thought he had 20,000. So it looks like we actually outnumber him here. We are going to be able to outnumber him, which is interesting. Need to take advantage of that. Okay, now the objectives. Looks like the objectives are way back here toward the Flurry Hills. Are there any other? There's objectives up in the Red Hills up there. This is going to be one of them situations where we're just going to have to march to one objective and then march to the next objective. Let's just follow the road here. Let's follow this road across the river. Tell you what we'll do. We'll stay on this side of the river. We'll follow this road, and then they've got a little trail here. We'll follow this little trail around the Pepper's Mill, and then we'll come across the marshes and take the Woolcut Woods there. And if he's not there, we'll move on up the road to the next objective. And if he isn't there, we'll move on to the Red Hills and take that objective. So we're just going to keep on moving here. So let's get Zollicoffer. And let's set the army up here on this road here. I'm going to put Parsons in the front. Okay, let's put your men in marching columns. We'll put Smith in the back. We'll put Parson in the front. Parson, you just go on up the road there. And I'm going to keep my cavalry units free. Set Greg over there. Let's take Buford. We'll put Buford in this forest here. And we will let Canty scout ahead of the army as the army marches. All right. Good enough. All right, Parson, you bring your army on up to Shepherd. Canty, head on up the road. Scout ahead of us. Smith, bring your army on up to Carrick here. Buford, I need to see what's going on in the Red Hills up there. Buford, let's come across over here to this hill. And Greg, let's bring you around over this far side to this hill over here. While the army is marching. Smith has not gotten his orders yet. And I want you guys to, can't tell them to evade yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there they are right there. Carney, halt. Halt. Parson, halt. Parson. Halt. Okay, there they are. Carney, yeah. Carney, stop. Stop, Carney. Carney is just charging right into them. Carney, come back. Come back. That's why you do not want to just send your cavalry off without first telling them to. Okay, Carney, get out of there. Get out of there, Carney. Back over here. I think he'll be okay. All right, so Parson. Parson, let's let you maneuver on over this. First of all, let me pause everything here. Parson's division. Let's get these guys out of marching columns. Buford, where are you going? You're going around behind them. That's fine. Canty has not gotten his orders yet, but Canty, I want you to back out of there as quickly as you can. All right, let's let time continue to tick here. Canty has already lost 147 men. I was not expecting him to be that close to me. I really wasn't. I was expecting him to be back there at one of the objectives. I got a little reckless with my cavalry. And Canty is paying the price right now. Okay, Parson, let's bring your division. What? Why can I not click on him? Parson, let's bring your division over here. Get you down below that slope right there. And Smith, let's get your guys in single order line. I'm going to line you up directly in front of them. Carney, are you in good order? They're nervous, but that's fine. I would be nervous too if I was them. Smith doing here? Smith, bring your army forward, please. I'm going to line you up behind these fences here. Carney, you come on over here a little bit further to the left. I'm going to let Parsons skirt around in front of them and come at them from their left over here. Try and do a little flanking maneuvering here. Now he does have a parapet right there. I do not want to charge directly into that parapet. I would certainly like to be able to flank them if I could. Greg, you're heading back up that way. Greg, come on back down to this intersection down here when you get your orders, please. Canty is now moving. Well rested, well rested, well rested. Smith, I need you moving. You're going way too slow. Zollicoffer, I need you to come on up here, please. Smith, I need you to move your army, please. Yeah, I want Smith's division there behind those fences. Parson is getting his guys into place. Trying to get my cavalry around behind them so we can maybe do a little charging. Canty, what are you doing? Okay, his cohesion is poor. Smith is moving so excruciatingly slow right now. He is so slow, but that's fine. That'll give Parson a chance to rest his men while we wait for Smith to get into position. And it'll give Greg a chance to come on and get in position as well. Okay, Smith's guys are coming on up the road now. They're about to get into position. Okay, Parson. Let's let Smith get in position before I do anything else with you. Want you to get your men up on this ridge here. Like so. Yeah. Buford. Let's bring you on around further behind his army. Speaking of which, I think I may send my cavalry on out back here to take some of these objectives. Yeah, we'll think about that here shortly. Smith is starting to get into place here. Slowly getting into place. Parsons is bringing his division up, getting them in place. Everybody's just moving slow. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Greg is moving. Buford is moving. Guess I need to unlimber them. Yeah. All right, they've got a pretty good field of fire there. Pretty good field of fire. I'm going to leave them there on that little knoll they're on. And I'm going to start skirting these guys around here. Round to the left. Start skirting them around to the left. He's already beginning to maneuver here. got to outmaneuver him. Just take our time here. Let my artillery do its work. Keep skirting around to the right. All right, let's bring Bryant's brigade forward to the right some. He's going to support Parsons' division. Okay. Now let me get Solenhofer over here. I'm going to need him close by. Solenhofer, you get over here. This is where the main part of the battle is going to be going on here. I want to be able to get orders to my orders to my cavalry units pretty quick. Let's bring Greg forward. Greg's cavalry brigade. Let's bring them forward. Keep moving off to the right. Keep moving to the right. Keep moving to the right. Let's pressure them on the right, please. We got there a detachment. Okay, that detachment didn't work out too well for that detachment. Things didn't go too well for that detachment. Okay, Greg. Okay, Greg is moving now. Let's see if we can keep up the pressure on these guys from their left flank. I want you to come on in on their left flank as well. Keep coming around. You guys just keep these dudes facing forward. Keep them facing forward. We're attacking. We're coming around on the right. We're sweeping, trying to sweep them from the right here. Okay, Greg, line up over here. Buford, you come in as well. Bring him in too. Bring it on around. Let's roll them up, boys. Let's keep rolling them up. Keep flanking them. Keep flanking them, boys. Keep flanking them. Yeah, Greg, you're supposed to be coming over further to the right. They're running out of places to back up to. You come forward too, please. Come forward. All right, Greg is getting into position. Greg, move up over here. Get ready. Okay, his unit is rested. I want to make sure he is rested, because I'm fixing to put him to good use. They're continuing to back up. They're trying to back away from the... They see what I'm doing. They're continuing to try and roll out away from me. They don't want to give up that parapet. I'm trying to force them to give that parapet up. Come forward there, Brian. Walker's coming forward. Let's bring Gratio up. Gratio, come forward, please. All right, I need everybody to go to long distance, long range firing. Everybody go to long range firing. We should have already done that. Long range firing, please. Pond, come on around. Ease on in closer to them. Once we get them engaged, we're going to use our cavalry. Okay, you've got to come on in closer, please. Brian, I need you to come in closer, please. Come in closer. What's wrong with Canty up here? What's wrong with you, Canty? He's nervous. I don't know why he's nervous, because we've got them surrounded. Alright. Greg. Are you ready to charge? Greg, give them the cold steel. Let's see how this charge goes. Come on, come on. Don't break up. Don't break up. Get in there and get them. They're already panicking. They're already... Greg's about to panic. He's winded. But he got into him. He got into him. He broke that brigade. We just broke that brigade, but Greg is broken too. Greg, I need you to get on out of there, buddy. Greg, come on out. Okay, he's coming out. Alright, we've got Buford's brigade ready to help. Greg, come on out. Come on out, Greg. They're tired now. Buford, I want you to come a little closer. Get ready to charge. Pond, I need you moving, buddy. Pond, I need you moving. Ratio, I need you moving. Okay, we just pushed those guys away around. Okay, Brian, he's only lost 3 men. Brian, come on in close. Walker, come on in close. Keep pushing, boys. Keep pushing, boys. Ratio, come on around. I need Pond moving. Pond to move. Greg, I need you to just get on out of there, buddy. You got coming right there. 1st Brigade. Tennessee State Militia, we've only lost 3 men. Okay, Ratio, I need you to engage that unit right there. Pond, I need you moving, man. Fix the charge, his 1st Brigade. He's only got 16 casualties in that unit. Ratio. Okay, they're already beginning to get nervous back there. Okay, you guys come forward now. Come forward. Come forward. Buford, charge. They're starting to panic. They see him coming. They see him coming. They see him coming. They're losing. They're panicking. They're running. He's fixing to run into a full strength brigade though. Get them, Buford. Hurry. Get in there, Buford. Alright, he broke them, but he's suffering too. Okay, Buford's running now. Buford's getting out of there. He's lost 41 men. Come on out, Buford. Pond, I need you to move in now. Cover Buford, please. Ratio, you move in too. We've got these guys seriously surrounded now. Canty, can you give me a charge? Do you have a charge in you, Canty? Canty, charge these guys. Give them the cold steel. I'm going to get a charge out of you before you break on me. They're retreating. Canty, are we going to get that charge out of you, buddy? Oh, he just lost a lot of men. Canty lost 200 men in that charge. Because they were already retreating and going into rear guard action. Okay. Alright, we just got to let them go. I'm going to put everybody into assault mode as they try to retreat. I am winning these battles, but it's expensive with the way that I'm doing it because I'm just really using my cavalry in a way that this game really doesn't like you using cavalry. And really it's kind of true to history because in the Civil War you didn't really see cavalry charges. Cavalry was mainly used for scouting. So I'm not really using cavalry here the way that they really intended it to be used in the Civil War. But it is effective and it does work, but it's not good for my cavalry generals, my brigade commanders, because their unit is going to always break, and that's going to defame them. So it's not good for the commander, but it's good for the army. It's not good for the cavalry commander. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to have a lot of cavalry commanders that are going to be defamed, but the cavalry unit is winning the battles for me, even though they're taking pretty significant losses. And those guys do not like doing that. They don't like charging in like that. But it's very effective. But you can't blame them for not liking doing it. I wouldn't want to do it either if I was a cavalryman. Not in this war anyway. What's going on there, Andrew? How you doing, man? All right, so we got another battle there, the Battle of Benton. That's going to clear them on out of Missouri, I think. And his army Zollicoffer's army is in great shape. I think we can start moving up toward St. Louis with him. Let's see if we can't get to St. Louis with him. Let's try to head up to this intersection up here. And then get on into St. Louis. He's got plenty of readiness. He's well into the green on readiness. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get him moving. Just relaxing before work. You working the night shift, man? Okay, now we got Longstreet is coming on down through southeastern Oklahoma. Where'd that army go? I totally lost track of that army. Where did that army go? Now that's interesting. Okay, I want him to come on down here to the Dokesville Depot. Come on down to Dokesville. All right, and we've got the Texas Marauders here. I want the Texas Marauders to start heading up further up into Oklahoma. We may build some supply depots out there. Let's just get them moving. I need to get southeastern Oklahoma back under my control here. I don't really need him now up in St. Louis because Zollicoffer, I'm going to remember his name. Zollicoffer has been doing so well. We're going to let Zollicoffer get Missouri for us. Yeah, the Army of Missouri is on the run now. We've just routed them. They are on the run. Now let's go back on over here. Let's see what's happening with Lawton. He's still working on another supply depot. He is taking some attrition. As soon as he gets the supply depot built, I'm going to build a fort there. And then we're heading off to Covington, Kentucky. And who knows, maybe even Cincinnati, Ohio, if we're strong enough and if we're bold enough and if we're brave enough. In the meantime, let me check on the Army of the Shenandoah here. Has his readiness come up any? His readiness is still suffering pretty bad. Early. I am not happy with Early right now. He did not do good in my last battle. I had a lot of issues with him, but we won the battle though. We did. We barely scraped it out. But he is not going to be able to get control of the Cumberland, Maryland area until his readiness at least gets up into the yellow here. Oh, something's happened in Winchester over here. Can't help but notice that Winchester has just come under Union control. So I'm going to march the Army of Northern Virginia. Army of the Susquehanna? No. No, you're fixing to meet the Army of Northern Virginia there, buddy boy. Yeah, the Army of Northern Virginia is on its way. Fugitive Slave Act annulled. Yeah, we're going to clean him on out of Winchester. I need to build a fort over here. I need to build a fort at Harpers Ferry there. What is that right there? Western Army preparing siege. Okay, so this is going to be... Okay, there's the Army of the West. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and assault. Let's go ahead and fight this on the battle map. I want to see Longstreet in action. Longstreet's one of my favorite generals. I don't know. I just always thought he was cool. And I only guess I thought he was cool because there's always been pretty cool actors playing him in the movies that I've seen him in. The Gods and Generals movies were definitely pretty cool. All right, so we're coming in from the north. We're coming down the Texas Road from the north. Where are the objectives? So there are, as far as I can tell, there are two objectives. On the other side of Elf Creek, there is the Texas Road objective, and then there's the Texas Road South objective. Okay, let's just march down this road here and until we run into him. So let me see. Where's Longstreet? Let's get Longstreet here. All right, I say we put Pillow in the front. Why are your men not in column formation? We'll put Price behind Pillow, and we'll let Cooper come up behind him, and then Anderson will come along. All right. Pillow, move on up to Elk Creek. Price, you come on in behind him. Price, come on up the highway behind him. Cooper, you move on up as well. Then Anderson will be bringing up the rear. Tell you what, let's do. Let's just get the whole Western Army and let's just bring them on up here. Yeah, Elk Creek will be a good place to come first because the objective is just on the other side of that, and he may be there. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Let's just take our time. Take our time here. If I can safely get across Elk Creek here, I think I'll be able to take this objective. We'll just keep on moving down the Texas Road. Let me cycle through the brigades and see if anybody is getting any elite statuses. Not enough experience points. Doesn't look like anybody in this army is going to get any of that. All right. So it looks like we are able to get on the other side of Elk Creek. Gonna go ahead and set Pillow up. Yeah, there he is right there. Okay. So he is set up there. So let's get Price's division. Let's set Price up here. Now, is he going to be able to get across that creek? Think so. Sure hope so. Let's put Cooper over here. Well, Cooper is my cavalry, so yeah, let's get Cooper over here. We'll start him off over. We'll start Cooper off over here on this side of the creek. I want to make sure he's on this side of the creek. And Anderson and his division can start here in this forest. Longstreet, let's get you a little bit closer here, please. All right, let's get this going here. Price, can you get up that direction? Pillow, just ease on up the highway, please. Anderson, come through the forest for me, please. Cooper, let's bring you and your cavalry units out here onto the plain until we figure out what we want to do with you. Everybody has their orders. All right. Couriers have been dispatched. Pillow is exercising his orders. We have the greater numbers, so let's take advantage of that and try to outflank people and get around behind them and surround them and all that good fun stuff. Bryce, I definitely want you heading around to the right. Coming at them from the right. If he can work his way along that creek. Anderson, why are you not moving yet? Okay, he's moving now. Cooper hasn't got his orders yet. How does this land? Ooh, look at this hill right here. Definitely a ridge right there that I need to get up on. I definitely need to get somebody up on that ridge for sure. Anderson is heading up to the ridge. Okay. Rice, you're moving really slow along that creek, buddy. It's taking you a while, isn't it? He's having some trouble with this with these creeks over here. Understandable though. Totally understandable. All right, if I can come up on the backside of this hill here, I'm making you some high ground. Come at him from this direction right here, maybe. But Pillow is going to have to maintain the road here. Yeah, Pillow, just come on around the road. Price, keep trying to work your way along that creek. I know it's slow going. Really, really slow. Cooper is taking a long time too. What's taking you so long? You got to come up that side of a... Yeah, he's coming up a pretty steep slope there. Some really, really hilly terrain right here. We're just going to have to take our time and work our way through it as best we can. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit as we march and as we maneuver. Okay, Price, I want you to come on over here a little further along the creek, please. Okay, he's maneuvering now. Trying to get in some better positioning here. I think Price just put his units into marching cotton. No, he didn't. Okay. Anderson, how are you doing? Pillow is the only one that seems to be getting into fighting position here. It's just taking me a long time to get my flanking units in position. His cannons are firing on me. He's got a better position for his cannons. Anderson, I need you moving, man. I need you getting up this hill. Okay, Embry's battery is tired. Clark's division is tired. Lack's division is tired. I mean, all of those brigades are tired. All right, Cooper is out on the plain. He's moving. Okay, Cooper. Keep swinging on around behind them on the plain, please. Price, you're looking good. Price is looking very good. Can I get you across that creek, Price? Can I get you across that creek, please? All right, try to get across that creek. Pillow, see if you can come on. See if you can come a little closer, Pillow. Get your... Anderson, I know you're tired, but I need you to keep moving. I need you to keep moving. Okay, we're definitely disorganized after coming across that creek right there. All right, his battery is beginning to open up. It looks like they're withdrawing. They are definitely withdrawing. Okay, they're withdrawing. Pillow, come forward a little more. Rice, I want you to come forward too. Let's keep pushing them, please. Cooper, what are you doing? Okay, he is abandoning this objective, and it looks like he's withdrawing back to the next. He's withdrawing back down the highway here. He's left a battery behind, though, so we may be able to get that battery. Okay, let's see if we can bring Cutshaw's brigade around and we can get that battery right there. Okay, you guys go long range, please. Long range. Cutshaw, get a little closer. Can't put them on long range. They have infield rifles. You guys keep moving forward, please. Keep moving forward along the road. Battery, come on up here. Get on the road, please. Cutshaw, charge them. Charge their flank. Look at them turning. Look at them turning. Look at them turning. All right, he got him. He got him. Good charge, Cutshaw. Good charge. Very happy with Cutshaw. Okay, Cutshaw, get back over here and rejoin your division. Price, let's bring your division forward as well. Price, come on up here, out onto the plain. Anderson, come on down. Cooper, keep circling around behind them, please, Cooper. Texas Road is taken, so we took the first objective. Good job, Cutshaw. He's only lost 7 men, too. Good job, Cutshaw. Okay, where is Longstreet? You're way back here. No, no, no. I need you up here, man. I need you up here. All right, I'm going to speed this up as everybody gets in position. Pillow, let me cycle through your guys and see how they're doing. Well rested, well rested, well rested. Okay. Let's bring you guys forward a little bit further out on the ridge then. Just like that. Anderson, you are way out where you can't do too much good. He is moving, though. I want to back him up to that creek there if I can. Okay, Anderson, how are your guys looking? Well rested. Well rested. How about your battery is just okay. All right. Let's bring you on out here onto the plain from their flank, please. Cooper, go take this objective, please, with your division. I'm not ready to charge anybody yet. Price. Go ahead and do some counter battery fire. Let's let you go ahead and do some counter battery fire. He's already lost 1 battery. Anderson, move in even closer, please. We've definitely got them disrupted. Are they fixing to try to come after Price? They may be. They may be trying to come after Price. Okay, Anderson. Come on further down the slope there. Cooper, what are you doing? He's capturing this spot right there. Price, let me realign you. Yeah, we're backing them up against the creek for sure here. All right, Cooper has taken the Texas Road south. All right, Cooper, bring your cavalry division around to Honey Springs Depot, please. Honey Springs Depot. Anderson, keep moving forward. Let's keep pressure on these guys. Slow this down just a little bit as the battle starts getting very interesting. Price, I want you lined up against the creek there, please. Black is starting to get tired. He's the one that's done the most marching. He's had to come a long way around on the left here. Pillow, hold what you got. Pillow. Come forward. Anderson's coming forward. Cooper is on the move. Everybody is supposed to be firing long range, please. Long range, if you're not already. Long range. Long range, please. Okay, Cooper's getting into position. Longstreet, where are you? I think I need you over here, buddy. I've definitely gotten them backed into a corner here. Cooper, come on up here. Ready to charge. That's what you're going to be doing. Waiting on Cooper. Cooper just got his orders. Price. Price, move forward. You guys are going to have to get way closer because it looks like you've got mixed muskets, so you have no range whatsoever. No range at all. You guys don't have much range either, so you move closer. You move on up, and you move on up, please. Cooper, where are you at? I need your cavalry to start getting into position, please. How are they doing? They're failing their cohesion. They gotta be tired. They're disrupted. They're fragmented. Hey, get them in place and get them organized, Cooper. They're disrupted. They're failing. Gardner's brigade is failing. Oh my goodness. Alright. Johnson, bring your brigade forward, please. Stovall, bring your brigade forward. Who's this right here? McIntosh, come forward, please. They're disrupted. I gotta get these cavalry units in some kind of shape here. Yeah, I thought I told you to come forward, please. I'm sure I told you to come forward too. They are not doing what I want them to do. Why are you not? Johnston, bring your brigade forward. All right, Walker, give them the cold steel. Come on, make it. I need you to make it. Come on, Walker, get to them. Get to them, Walker. Hit that flank. Hit that flank, Walker. Come on. Hit that flank. Oh, that messed them up right there. They broke. Walker, get back. Okay, they are retreating. That broke their back right there. That broke their back. Okay, let's get the whole army. Let's put everybody into assault mode, and let's go ahead and speed this up. One good, well-timed cavalry charge, man. If you can time it right and get everybody organized and get them in place, that can win a battle for you. But your cavalry units, those brigades, they do not like to do it. But that really worked out well right there. That worked out well for us. I just had to be patient with Cooper's division and get him in place and try and make sure that they got their organization together before I charged one of them in. That worked out well. Okay, we lost 559 men. He lost 750. So that was not a great victory, but it was a victory. And we ran them. We're going to run them out of Oklahoma. So I was really hoping to hurt them a lot more than that. But he will also lose some men as he retreats, too, so. I can't believe he didn't lose any more men than that. His morale is dropping, though. It's continuing to drop. Victory at Dokesville. Army of the West fleeing in panic. Alright, so now he is trying to get out of there. I want Longstreet to Come on further down here and go ahead and get this fort here, Fort Towson. Department of the West. He's got 9,000 men right there. I've only got 4,000 here. Okay, I want you to halt. Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted. I want you to halt, please. Yeah. Diplomacy 3 selected. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to send the Texas Marauders up this way. They've still got plenty of supplies. Okay, we're definitely winning that siege right there. And we got control of southwestern Arkansas again, so that's good news. This army here is fleeing. Well, I really would love to go hit this army out here. Alright, how are we doing up here with Zoolander? With Zoolander? He is on his way up toward St. Louis. He still has plenty of readiness. His army is in good condition. He's got a lot of disabled men, but that's fine. Oh, we can give him a perk. Let's give him a flying column perk. I like those flying column perks. Army of the Shenandoah, we can give them a perk. Glorious victory at Winchester. Oh, okay. I forgot about that battle. Looks like he is retreating. Let me pause this so I can do these perks here. Alright, so the Army of Shenandoah, they already have the flying column. Let's see, engineers and mechanics. Organizing the civil engineers and construction experts from all units into a single unit to be used at a time in need will allow quicker construction progress. Level up by constructing forts, depots, and telegraph stations. Ambulance corps. Oh, I want ambulance corps. Yeah. Who else can get a perk? Everybody can. They've already got flying column. Fort Morgan Garrison. Who else can get a perk? It's real easy to overlook these perks. Okay, I don't need to go through the garrisons. I need to be looking at my armies now. Let me check this army here. Not enough to get a perk. What about this army? Yes, they can get a perk. Let's do the ambulance corps for them. Now, what about Longstreet? His army should be able to get a perk. He's in a siege right now, so I'm not going to be able to give him a perk right now. Okay. Alright, so the Shenandoah, yeah, we just, I guess they're fleeing. Alright, I need you to move on. How's the Army of the Shenandoah doing? Their readiness is finally coming up. Still waiting on another cavalry unit. Okay. I need him to get control of Cumberland, Maryland there. Alright, Army of Susquehanna is fleeing. Alright, we're getting control of Winchester now. Still not getting control of Cumberland, Maryland, though. That is puzzling me so much right now. Army of Northern Virginia is looking awesome. Okay, Garnett, you don't need to be part of the... Garnett, I'm going to give you to Ewell. Yeah. Let's give Buckner another cavalry unit. We will give him a West Virginia cavalry unit. Look like some West Virginia boys right there. We'll give them the butternut. Yeah. We've got the Enfield musketoons. Let's give them an Enfield musketoon. Alright, that army is finally marching. Come on, let's get on up there. I think he's fixing to try to flee back across the Potomac River. Yeah, he's getting across that river. Right. I need to build a fort here somewhere. Slow them down from coming across Harpers Ferry. Okay, while he is settling in there, let me go check on Zollinghofer. Zollinghofer is in excellent condition. His army is in the green. Alright, we're coming on up into St. Louis, baby. Head on up into St. Louis, Zollinghofer. Army of the West is still fleeing. Texas Marauders are still heading on up through Oklahoma. Keep on coming up, boys. Keep on coming up. I just need you moving around, keeping them honest over here. Let's go try and get some supply depots, please. I appreciate that follow there, Hubster. Thank you, man. Okay, now I want to, before I forget, I want to get a fortress begun here at Harpers Ferry. Build a fort here as soon as we can find us. Yeah, right there. Right there, please. Go ahead and get started on that fort. Where's the army of... They are still not taking Cumberland. Can you even move? Well, he's got two armies back up in, he's got 12,000 there. Another 12,000. So that's 24,000 there in that army. The Army of Washington has got 19,000. And another 19,000. So his numbers are growing for sure. I need to get an army down here quickly. I need to hurry up with this fortress right here before he decides to come across the Potomac into Alexandria, Virginia. Okay, we are taking Cumberland now. We're finally taking Cumberland. Awesome. I guess I just didn't have the army across the river or something like I thought I did. Apparently I didn't have them far enough along there. I'm tempted to march over here and take on the army of Susquehanna here. Very, very tempted to take them on with, let's keep some pressure on them to his west. Alright, he's making progress on that fort. How is Zollenkoffer doing? Zollenkoffer, he's into St. Louis. We're taking St. Louis now. Our supplies are down to 45%, but we still have plenty of readiness. Wilcox is at destination Zollenkoffer. Where's Wilcox? Okay, Wilcox. He's out of supplies. That's not good. Wilcox, can you make it over here to Fort Smith? Get yourself some supplies, please. You're running out of food, it looks like. Yeah, I know, Hubster. There's a few people that stream it. Well, they edit it, and I don't know how well it works with streaming, but I'm going to try to stream it live. It calls for some slow playthrough sometimes as you're waiting for time to tick along, which reminds me I need to do another new policy here. Letters of Marquis, Industrialization 2 is active. What can I do down here? I don't want to restrict cotton trade. Why would I want to do that? Can't do anything else down here right now. What else can I do up here? I guess we can print notes. That sounds like that might be a little helpful for us. So I want to go ahead and auto-resolve this. Yeah, let's auto-resolve assault. Yeah, I think we need to just go ahead and get this battle over with. I'm ready to get Longstreet back moving again. I'm having a hard time keeping the marauders supplied here. Okay, his supplies are up to 87%. That's good news. Let me go ahead and halt him. All right, halt. Stay where you are. Low food. Come on up here and let's see if we can take this. Now, why are you going that way? No, cancel that. Cancel. Come on up here and take Muskogee. I'm just an Okie from Muskogee. Let's go take Muskogee. Go take Muskogee. Go get that done. And how is Zolenkoffer doing? He's got St. Louis. So I want to build a fort here. Let's run off this army first. Let's run that army off. We got plenty of supply, plenty of readiness. I want to run him off. I don't want to be bothered by him. Let's check out what's going on up here. How are we doing on this fortress? We're about a quarter of the way done building that fort at Harpers Ferry. The army of the army of the Shenandoah is looking very good. He's up to 19,000 men. He does have some guys that are disabled, though. Boy, I sure am tempted to send him after Second Corps over here. He's got 23,000 men there, though. All right, glorious victory at Fort Towson. That's what we wanted. Awesome. So Longstreet, his army is freed up. What do we got here? Army of Tennessee. Yeah, this is Zolenkoffer. I just sent him across in Missouri. Okay, let's fight this battle on the battle map. It is a cool game, ain't it, Hubster? I really like the mechanics of the tactics, the divisional tactics, and then, eventually you get into the core organization and all that stuff, and then you got to deal with some of your generals feuding with each other, and you got to wait for orders to arrive, and all those kinds of things. All right, so we're going to be coming in from the east. The objectives are way over here in Deweyville. So we're going to have to make our way to Deweyville, and we don't really have the greatest roads. And there's not a straight shot to get there, so it looks like we're going to have to follow this little winding road here down through Waldo, then down through Elmore. It's going to be a curvy, windy road till we finally get up here to Deweyville. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's get Zollernhofer. Let's get the army into marching columns. Put them in marching columns. Marching columns. And let's all just head off down this up this road here. Let's see if we can make it to Connor without any problems. See if we can get as far as Connor without running into them here. Got a little confusion on the road. Everybody's trying to get on the road at the same time. I tried to eliminate that as best as I could. I think I think they're moving well enough. We've got some cavalry units in the front. That's good. Going to go ahead and dispatch them to Van Horn, and let's cancel that. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Yeah, that's Greg. Greg, try to get on into Connor for me, please. Let him get on ahead of everybody and scout ahead. And I guess I need to be telling him to evade. I keep forgetting to do that. I keep forgetting to tell them to evade. It's going to bite me in the bohonkus here for long. All right, we're not that far out from Deweyville. The rest of the army is coming along here. Greg, I need you to evade, please. All right, army's moving good. There they are. They are but just outside Deweyville, and they've got some breastworks. Yep. Yep, there they are. Okay. Where do we have everybody going? Connor? Yeah, that's fine. When we get to Connor, we'll get everybody organized and start figuring out how we're going to flank these guys. Greg, in the meantime, why don't you come off around this way? Let's see what he's got off to his left flank. Canty, let me bring you over here to the right. Greg, go ahead and get in single line formation. Canty. Don't know why I can't control Canty all of a sudden. Buford, you get in single line formation. I can't seem to change Canty's orientation here. He doesn't have much, but he does have some breastworks, but we'll get around those. Canty, I can't seem to. I don't know what's going on there. The rest of the army is coming along. Buford, you come around to the left as well, please. Around to the left as well. Yeah, these cannons are already beginning to open up. That's fine. All right, Parsons' division is coming into place here. Parson, let's get your division into single line formation. I guess I'm going to have to tell each one of them individually. I hate that. That is so annoying. Can't seem to tell them at the division level to get in single line. So you come on around to the right. Brian, you get in single line. Steele, single line. Clark, single line. This is going to be Smith's division. Smith, you come on over on this side of the plane over here. Buford, come on around into Deweyville. And let's get a look at them from that direction, please. Parson, what are you doing? Could have swore I told you to come over here. Greg, come on up on this high knoll up there. Give me a good idea of what I'm dealing with here. Where's Cooper? Cooper, where are you? Oh, we don't. Okay, I do not have a cavalry division. The cavalry brigades answer directly to the commanding general. I don't have them subdivided into their own division in this army. I do need to do that. This army is getting big enough to where the cavalry can have its own division here. Okay, we're gonna have to just try and come at these guys from their flanks. So Parson, keep edging around to his flank over here. Smith, same thing with you. Keep edging around on the plain out here. Actually, why don't you, yeah, right there like that. Buford, come on into Deweyville. Canty, you come into Deweyville as well. I cannot get Canty into. Oh, that's so annoying. Army of Tennessee, get everybody into. Hey, did that help me with Canty? No, I still cannot change Canty's orientation. So annoying. Keep swinging around to the right, to his left. Okay, we're starting to make him reposition here. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but halt. I don't know how you ended up over there. Smith, I want you over here. Smith. Smith, right here. Right here. That's where I want you. I don't know why he ended up coming way over here. And I don't know why his guy. Okay, there we go. Greg, where are you going? I wanted you back here, Greg. What are you guys doing? Oh, good lord. Okay, I must have given an order under Zollenhofer for everybody, and now that just totally caused complete confusion. Sometimes that happens. good way to get your army destroyed. Okay, Canty and Buford, I want you guys getting behind them. Get behind them. Get ready to charge, please. Smith, what are you doing? He's not doing anything. I know I told you to line up over here. Sometimes confusion happens, but you know what? That happened in real life too, didn't it? It's amazing some of the crazy things that happens in the Civil War with the armies, and just insane orders that got misinterpreted, and mistakes that were made that were just crazy. Okay, Parson, you keep working your way around to their left. Greg, you get ready to charge. Smith, are you moving yet? Are you doing anything? All right, he is getting in place. I don't guess I'm going to be able to get Buford to move at all. Buford, I want you to move further around behind them. All right, Parson. Start moving in, Parson. Start moving in on them. Greg, get behind them. Get further around. Smith, start moving in on them. Start moving in on their left flank, please. We're just going to come at them from both sides here. Not really a good field for artillery. Way too many trees. Okay, let's get the entire army together and let's tell everybody to go to long range. Keep moving up, Parsons. Right, Smith. Let's get you moving up. Buford, let's get you out of there. Parson, let's get you lined up just like this. Ready to move in on them. Greg will be right here. All right, get this going. Parsons, move in. Greg, come around. Canty, come around. Smith, do you have anybody that's in range to fire yet? He does. Guys are fighting with mixed muskets here. your men up in good order, please. Move your men up in good order. You guys are down 248 men. Clark's brigade has lost a lot of men. Charge somebody here. I don't know what these guys are doing. What are you even doing? Move forward. Move forward. You move forward, please. Parsons' brigade, Parsons' division is in complete chaos over there. Back, please. Clark's brigade has lost 200 men. How are we doing over here? I think it may almost be time for a cavalry charge, maybe. Ante is coming up. Okay, I need you guys to just start putting pressure on them, please. Keep up the pressure. Pond, get up here. Start firing at somebody. Canty, how are you doing? You haven't charged anybody in a while. Charge that cavalry right there, please. The rest of you guys move up. Well, that didn't go well for Canty. But it did disrupt them a little bit. They did lose 250 something men. They are completely surrounded. You guys move on up here. Hey Greg, you get ready to charge. Move up, get ready to charge. What are these guys doing? What's your problem? panic going on. They see Greg coming. They're panicking. They're not ready. Greg got on them. Okay, Greg did not break them. Did not break them. Lost 559 men from that brigade right there. Clark has lost 500 men. Man, this is just a death zone right here. Just an absolute zone of death. And they're not retreating though. Many men he's lost 350 men. These guys here are just standing here. They've lost 800 men. They are just absorbing so much fire. It's unreal. Okay, they are retreating now. Alright, let's get the whole army into assault mode here as they retreat. Try and do as much damage to them as we can as they try to get on off the field. What a disaster, man. That was just a pure zone of death right there. That was crazy. As the timer counts down as they retreat. I don't think he's going to have any generals that have any fame left. All of his generals are going to be defamed. That's going to really hurt his armies if he can't get any good generals. Okay, he lost 4,000 men. We lost 1,000. So that battle turned out really well for us. We'll take that. I'll take that. That turned out a little better for me than what I usually get. My cavalry charges didn't turn out too well, but they did disrupt them pretty good. I feel sorry for my brigadier generals that are in charge of my cavalry brigades. I feel sorry for those guys because I'm gonna defame every one of them before the war's over with. First Corps fleeing in panic. Colonel Canty, yeah, Colonel Canty just lost face because his unit's routed because I charged them. That's my fault, Canty. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to replace you now. You're defamed. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to be a cavalry brigadier general in my army. Lincoln emancipates the slaves. All right, things are going to get interesting now for sure. Now, where is that army fleeing to? Just where are you going? Army of Tennessee is in good shape. I'm curious about where he's retreating to. Mexican intervention escalates. The French are down in Mexico. Alright, before I do anything else in Missouri, I'm going to get up here and build a fortress in St. Louis to kind of guard St. Louis and slow them down anyway if they do decide to come through there. What's happening in Virginia? Anything interesting happening in Virginia? He is still a quarter of the way through getting that fort being built at Harpers Ferry. The Army of the Shenandoah is way over here in Cumberland, Maryland. He has 20,000 men facing off against the Second Corps that has about 25,000 men. I may need to come on back, or I may need to give him some reinforcements up there. I hate to give up that town because I'm getting supplies from deep into Pennsylvania up there. Deep into Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can go ahead and give Army of the Shenandoah. Let's look at his. Let's give him another division. Let's go ahead and give him another division. This will be Loring's division. Let's give him some Tennessee boys. We'll give him a full 3,000. Now we're going to stick with the mid-sized divisions for the South here. We'll go with the Butternut. Tennessee boys there. Ransom Jr., let's give him another brigade. We'll give him some Maryland boys. How about, yeah, that looks like some. Now, those Maryland boys, you know they're going to be some sharp dressers. That looks like what the Maryland guys would dress like. So let's give them the Butternut. Yeah, Butternut. Fruit them. Give him one more infantry division. We got enough for another Maryland division. Yeah. Let's give him that crisp, sharp uniform there. Maryland. Let's see if we can give these guys some decent weapons here. We'll give them some infield muskets. Give you some infield muskets. What is Winder gonna get? Winder is going to get some Lawrence rifles. Boy, I would love to get some Mississippi rifles. And let's give Loring a yeah, let's give him a artillery. How about some of them Napoleons, please? Yeah, let's get some Napoleons in this battle. All right, that is going to substantially increase his army, make Johnson's army quite a bit stronger, but it's going to be a little while before he gets that next division. So let's just hold on with him. Let's check out the Army of Northern Virginia here. Let's look at his battle order. He's got plenty of divisions. He's up to 42,000 men. I think that's plenty strong enough for right now. And if we need to, we can combine these two armies together and create a large enough army. Confederacy issues letters of marque. I don't remember. I don't remember researching that. I'm working on print notes here. I did not research letters of marque. Oh well. I can't do anything about it now. I don't know until you get the core organization if armies will reinforce each other. What's he? Is he coming at me with second corps right there? 29,000 men. It looks like he is. He's probably going to be reinforced by the Army of Northeastern Virginia. Let's hurry up and get this fort constructed, boys. I can't wait to see the Army of Shenandoah in action. Got a good mind to go ahead and put Stonewall Jackson in overall command. Joseph Johnston looks pretty good, though. Brigadier General Thomas Jackson. All right. That's nothing really too interesting going on in Virginia right now. We still have not gotten Missouri to secede yet. Let's go ahead and construct a fort here. Put that fort right there. Look at his order of battle. He could probably stand to get another division. Let's start on another division for him. Evans, let me check on it. No, he's defamed. I don't want Evans. They keep trying to give me Evans. Let's use McCullough. We'll use McCullough. Okay. Let's give McCullough some Mississippi boys. We got a lot of Mississippi boys ready to fight here. Let's see, our Mississippi boys, what are they going to look like? Yeah, they're probably going to... That looks like some Mississippi boys right there. Let's give them some gray pants and some butternut. Yeah, those look like some Mississippi boys. Good old Mississippi boys there. And all we can give them are Springfields. That's about... we can give them reboard muskets. That's better than the Springfields. We'll give them some reboard muskets. And let's give him one more division, one more brigade. Oh, we got plenty of Missouri boys. Look at all these Missouri recruits. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yeah. Let's see what our Missouri boys are going to look like. Yeah, that looks like a Missouri boy right there. Let's get the butternut top. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, mid-sized division. Let's give McCullough a couple of more Missouri boys here. Oh, we got a lot of volunteers from Missouri. We need to take advantage of that. Absolutely need to take advantage of that. Let's go ahead and get him an artillery. The Missouri boys into an artillery unit here. Artillery. I like that look right there. We'll go with that for our artillery. All right, that's going to be another full division right there. McCullough's division, Missouri division. We're going to name this McCullough's. Let's see. Missouri Monsters Division. Yeah, the Missouri Monsters. All right, we're going to wreak some havoc with that army, the Army of Tennessee. We're going to rename that. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll call it the Army of Tennessee. Okay, Longstreet, why don't you get back on up here to Fort Smith, please? Get on back up here as quickly as you can. We've taken control of Muskogee. Still got plenty of supplies. Let's come over here and see if we can take control of Weewaka. Get on over there and get Weewaka for me, please. I need to chase down that army of Southwest Missouri with Longstreet. Longstreet, what is your order of battle? How are you looking? He could stand to get a couple of more brigades in his divisions here. We've got plenty of Missouri boys. We got more Missouri boys than we know what to do with. Let's give him a mid-sized brigade of Missouri boys. Let's give Anderson some Missouri boys. Okay. We're going to have to give them the reboard muskets. All right, man, we're getting a lot of Missouri volunteers. That's helping us immensely. That is helping us immensely. How is our fort coming along? It's coming. How is our forts coming along over here? He's about halfway done with that fort. We're going to get a good garrison in there. Loring, what are you looking like? You're looking good. Okay, we'll keep you, Loring. You'll be fine. Make sure there ain't any shenanigans going on over here on the eastern seaboard. I got to remember to always check on this from time to time. Make sure they haven't landed any raiding parties on me. Let's make sure they're not coming up the Mississippi River. I think I've got the Mississippi River pretty well guarded. Don't think they're going to threaten me from that direction. Let me send my Memphis squadron on further up here. How many men do I have at the Cairo? We've got 1,600 men in our Cairo fortress there. And we have firm control over St. Louis. Firm control. We're going to get Missouri probably to secede from the Union here soon, I'm thinking. Okay, our Texas Marauders are on their way to Weekawa. They are out of they are out of supplies. It doesn't take them long to run out of supplies, man. I tell you what. He's low on food and he's in bad condition. But he's moving, so that's all I care about. As long as he's moving. Longstreet is coming into Fort Smith. His army is in good condition, 21,000 men. Let's move on up here to Fayetteville. And let's see if we can corner this army of Southwest Missouri here. And give them a good defeat and start moving Longstreet up into Missouri. Get him out of Arkansas and get him into Missouri to join with Zollicoffer here and the Army of Tennessee. Let's start moving our armies north, guys. Time to move north. How is Lawton doing? Okay, Lawton. Go ahead and build a fort there at Louisville, please. Let's build a fort there. Right there. Right, give him something to do. Let me check on his order of battle as well. His divisions could probably use more brigades, so let's give each one of these guys another brigade. Let's use these Missouri boys. Gonna have to give them Springfield muskets. Springfield muskets, all right. Well, I really wish I could get some better weapons from my men. How is the Army of West Virginia looking here? We need to get some more men into Fort Turchin there. Okay, let me see if I can... Fort Turchin. Just want to look at garrisons. There's Fort Turchin. Let's get him a small garrison from... Ooh, we got a lot of West Virginians. Let's use up some of these West Virginians. Yeah, well, that'll be a good West Virginian. We're gonna put a small brigade in there. There we go. Well, he's gonna get a brigade to get into that fortress there to guard coming into West Virginia. We got an army of 13,000 there. He could probably stand Let's get him another cavalry unit. We should be able to squeeze a cavalry unit out of West Virginia. Yeah. All right, that'll get one more cavalry unit for him. We have the Shenandoah. He's already gotten 2 of his infantry brigades. He's waiting on 1 more infantry brigade and his artillery. Yeah, let's get these guys a Napoleon. Let's check on the artillery in the Army of Northern Virginia. 12-pounder, 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 12-pound field gun. Let's get Smith some more artillery. How about some North Carolina artillery? I like that look. And let's see, yeah, let's get him a 12-pound Napoleon. The armies are growing. We haven't even started getting draftees yet. These armies are going to get seriously immense by the time we get to the core organization. When we start getting the ability to build cores with conscripts, it's going to get freaking scary. That's when it's going to get scary. Okay, now are you getting some supply? He is getting supply, and we can give him a perk. Let's give him the flying column perk. Let him get his supplies up to 100% before I send him over here to Weewaka. See if we can send him to Weewaka. We can get the Indian territory under our control. Longstreet is in good condition and he's on the move. I don't see that army anywhere anymore. Okay, he's still waiting on his 2 new infantry brigades that are on their way to him. I'm going to bring him over here to the west. We're going to take Talika, and we're going to come down to the Arkansas River Depot and see if we can get control of that. Wilcox is at his destination. Okay, he's getting resupplied. Yeah, getting resupplied. There is not much supply out here at all. No doubt about it. There's not much supply. That's why I'm just using the cavalry units there. How are we doing up here with Zollicoffer? Still working on that fortress in St. Louis. I don't know. I don't see how they're going to stop me now. Or they're going to have to really get some serious armies, and they're going to have to get aggressive with them. I mean, they've been aggressive in the West, but I'm surprisingly, they came down the Shenandoah Valley one time. They got behind me in the Shenandoah Valley, so they were aggressive at that point in time, but otherwise, they've been very careful. Longstreet is at his destination. Let's go back over here and check on Longstreet. His army is in good condition. Do I want to march him over here into... Confederacy is printing new notes. Do I want to march him over here into Oklahoma? Come on over here. Let's take this intersection there and then come down and take the supplies. And then I will come back into Arkansas. Okay, the Texas Marauders are at 100%. Let's bring them all the way over here. They'll be out of supplies by the time they get there. But that's okay. He can resupply when he gets there. All right, Longstreet is on the move, moving into eastern Oklahoma. And this Greenville squad over here, maybe they can keep an eye on what's going on. Show me where that army is, maybe. Let's send them up the Arkansas River here. Don't know where that army went. Islands is at his destination. Okay. He must have crossed the river. He's behind us down here somewhere. He must have crossed the river. That's all I can figure out. He had to have crossed the river. So he's got an army down here somewhere. The Army of Southwest Missouri is in contact with the Western Army. Really? All right. We'll play the battle. I know he's not that strong, and we're going up against him with Longstreet here, so Longstreet should be able to handle this. All right, where are the... There's an objective right there. Study Ford Road. There's an objective there at Oberson's Field. A lot of forest here. Lots of forest. Oh, this is going to be tough coming through this forest. Are there any other objectives? Doesn't look like it. So I guess we just need to head straight on down this road here. Through the forest toward the objectives here. Right on down the Ford Road. All right, let's get Longstreet. Where are you at, Longstreet? Here we go. Let's get his army fully deployed here. And get time ticking along. All right, let's just keep moving forward, boys. Keep moving forward. Everybody move. A nice open field up here. It would be nice if we could fight on this field here. You know, it's not going to be that easy, though. You know it, it's not going to be that easy. Now, like I said, I do have this ongoing series uploaded to my YouTube channel. That's Mechawatt on YouTube. I have this series uploaded as a playlist, as well as many of the other games that I play. I have many playlists, many of them quite extensive, so if you have anything that you want to watch late at night with some snacks, got plenty of good playlists on YouTube that you can watch. Okay, let's just bring everybody forward even more. Just everybody just keep coming forward. We should encounter them at any time, so that's why I want to kind of keep the army in relative battle ready formation. He could be anywhere in this forest, so I don't want to move too far at any one time. We're just going to inch forward here. If he's anywhere, he's probably going to be... Boy, when they say little mountain, they're not lying, are they? That's got to be the littlest mountain I've ever seen in my life. That's the only high ground on this map. So if he is anywhere, he's going to be right here. He's got to have a cannon right on top of that little hill right there. Little mountain. Oh, my Lord. More like tiny mountain. Okay, boys. Keep moving forward. Let's head toward Little Mountain. Is anybody starting to get tired? They're winded. They're tired. They are very tired. Bowen's brigade is very tired. Once we get to our new positions, I may let everybody rest for a little while. What's going on with these guys? There's a feud going on over here. Somebody is feuding. Clark is feuding with somebody. He's got mixed muskets too. That's not good. We just have all kinds of weapons in this army here. Walker's brigade is falling behind. They are exhausted. I'm going to have to let them rest. I'm going to speed up time here as we march and as we sit and rest the army. I'm going to let them rest. Marching them like this in kind of battle formation is very, very tiring for an army. So I'm going to let them rest before we move up any further. So that's why I've got the speed going at 10 speed. Once all of the brigades get in their position, I'm going to let them hold their position and rest. Everybody's disrupted and disorganized, demoralized. They're fatigued. I've got to let them rest. Also, they've been marching through these thick forests. They haven't been following the roads. They've been going around through the trees and the dense underbrush. So I imagine they are exhausted, absolutely exhausted. Yeah, they're all exhausted. Go ahead and take a rest, boys. Take a rest. Very tired. They are okay. Frank Gardner's brigade is okay. I may send him ahead, let him do a little scouting for me. Gardner, come on up here to that intersection and just see what you can see. He seems to be my most rested brigade right now. Give me a heads up, man. If they're far enough away, I may go ahead and march everybody in columns. Come on up here and let's see where they are. Cooper, why don't you come on up here where you'll be closer to give commands to Gardner? Still has not seen anybody. Come on up to the next intersection, please. Nothing. See somebody over there. Come to this intersection, Gardner. Looks like, yeah, they're at Little Mountain. They're trying to protect Little Mountain. So it looks like we're going to have to assault Little Mountain. Gardner, come on over here. Cooper, let me move you. Get closer to Gardner. Yeah, they're on the backside of Little Mountain over here. Like they're on the move, actually. Okay, how is the rest of the army doing as far as rest? Well rested, well rested, well rested. Everybody's well rested, so let's go ahead and move everybody on up a little further. Get them a little closer in. Gardner, why don't you fall back? I don't know if they're trying to make a move on you or not. Not sure what they're trying to do. Cooper, get back over here out of the way. All right, the army is coming forward. Gardner, where are you going? All right, Anderson, let's get you out into a single line. Cancel that. I don't know why you have to tell every one of his units to go single line here. Okay, they're single line now. That's what I want. So let's start bringing you over here to the right. Start maneuvering you to the right. Pillow. Let's get your men in single line as well. Not sure what he's doing there. I don't like that. Cancel that. Pillow, just move up. Okay. Move up as best you can, Pillow. Price. Let's get you in single line. Let's move you on up there. Okay, I'm going to start bringing my cavalries out. Yep, he is hanging on to a little mountain there. He's got that mountain. That's his mountain. Anderson, move over here. Pillow, start moving forward, please. Price, where are you at? Price, just come over here. Got to make sure that everybody's not getting too tired. They're well rested. Says they're well rested. We'll find out when they get in battle. Walker, come around over here. Clayton, come around over here. Anderson, keep coming around to the right, please. Pillow, you're going to come straight in with a direct assault. Price will be responsible for the left flank. And of course, Cooper will be in control back here. So let's get Cooper, start getting Cooper in place behind these guys. I think we're about to have end of day here. Yep, end of day. Okay. All right, looks like we've got them completely surrounded. Price. Get you over here. Anderson. Get you over here. Cooper, where are you at? Cooper. Get you back here in the Oberson field getting ready to charge with your cavalry. And let's get it started. Let's get it. Oh, okay. He decided to line up against them, so that's different. He decided to line up against Price and Cooper. Cooper, come on out here to the round prairie. Pillow, you just start moving on in. Come on in as close as you can. Anderson, you're the one that's out of position, it turns out. So you just come on in like this. You're probably going to be tired by the time you get there because you're going to be going through forest. Okay, Price is the one they lined up on, so that's kind of smart. So Price, you reposition yourself. Cooper is going to try and get around here to the left flank. Pillow is moving in. Pillow, just go ahead and get up here on top of the on top of Little Mountain. Start firing into them, man. Just get on up there. Let's get on up to Little Mountain there. All right, Cooper, how you doing? Cooper, get on over here. Get behind them. Okay, I want this battery. I want this battery moving up here. Where are you guys going? You guys get on out here. Come on. Anderson, you're the one that's way far away and out of position. It's going to take you a while to get in position. What are you doing? I wanted you to get up here. Up here. Long range. You know what? The whole army. Let me get the whole army. I want everybody in the army to go long range, please. Why are you back there? Get up here. Anderson, are you coming? Cooper is in position. Anderson, how are you guys? They're tired. I'm going to have to let them rest when they get to their current destination. Going to have to let them rest. Johnston, bring your brigade forward, please. Bowden, bring your brigade forward, please. Up here. Golly, McIntosh only has 800 men. McIntosh is in terrible condition. Cutshaw, move up, please. All right, let's bring some cavalry forward and get ready. Do something. I don't know what he just did. I don't know why he did that. Alright, cavalry. Come up here. Bring another cavalry division forward. is this? This is Gardiner. 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 Give them the cold steel, boys! Now, why did you charge around that way? Oh, that was perfect. That was a perfect charge. It caused a retreat. All right, Gardner, come on out. Gardner caused 2 to retreat, but he's broken himself, so let's get on out of the way, Gardner. Alright, let's tell the entire army to go into assault mode. Assault mode, please. They will be retreating. This thing on 10 speed and go ahead and get the retreat over with. He lost 2,000 men. I lost 8,000 men. Would have thought it would have been a little more decisive than that, but all right. The Battle of Tahlequah, a Confederate minor victory. Tahlequah. All right, is the game going to come back to me here? All right, the Army of Southwest Missouri is retreating in panic. Well, the good news is that army had not crossed the river. I was afraid they had crossed the river. Whoa, who's my squadron fighting against here? Fort bombardments. That's interesting. I think I lost my squadron. I think I lost my river squadron. Fort Gibson, he's got 35 troops stationed there. Let's bring Longstreet on down and take this fort here and the supplies there. Okay, that army is retreating in panic. We're about halfway through with that fort in St. Louis. Going to let Longstreet continue to move here. All right, who else do we want to check on? Yeah, he's working on that fortress. How's Lawton doing? Lawton is working on his fortress. And as far as Virginia is concerned, we were almost done with the fortress at Harpers Ferry. Almost done with it here. The Army of the Shenandoah have all of their units now. They are up to 25,000 men. They've got their new Loring's division with all of his Tennessee boys. He's got some Maryland boys. Yeah, he's got plenty of Maryland boys. Can I upgrade these Enfield rifles, please? No, I can't. Mixed muskets. No, they're not very well. They're not very good. We need some better weapons, seriously. Let me see if there's any policies that I can pursue that will help me with some better weapons. I don't know why I would halt the cotton trade. I'm not gonna. Is that what we're doing right now? I think we are. I guess it, yeah, I do have it on auto manage, so it's going to just select something for me if I don't select it. All right, that's fine. I'm going to take that auto manage off. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do after that. I guess I've already done impressment. I've already done the militia act. Maybe I can do military too. This will allow me to do corps. Hopefully that's going to open up for us whenever we get done with this. They restrict the cotton trade. Don't know why in the world I would want to restrict the cotton trade, but it's a choice that I have, apparently. Apparently. All right. Army of the Shenandoah is up to 25,000. He's got 12,000 there. The French are repulsed from Mexico. Got 12,000 there and another 23,000 there. Man, it sure would be tempting to send General Jackson, Stonewall Jackson, marching across Maryland toward Fredericks. What town is this? Can't tell what town that is. Can't see the name of the town back there. Hagerstown, yeah. Send him marching toward Hagerstown, but I think just having the threat of him here in Cumberland is definitely making them think twice before they try to come down into Virginia. He's got 49,000 men in the Army of Washington. I need to get the Army of Northern Virginia back down here toward Alexandria and Manassas. Soon as they finish this fortress, we will bring them back toward the Manassas battlefield area. And I may go ahead and pull the Army of Shenandoah out as well. We'll just have to see. Okay, are there any shenanigans going on down here? Don't see any shenanigans. Any shenanigans on the Mississippi River? No shenanigans. I did lose my squadron here. Okay, what are these guys doing? They're retreating. Oh, there was a fortress there, so they weren't able to get past that fortress, so they're retreating. They're out of supplies. So they're heading on back. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to go that far west unless I'm willing to send a pretty good sized army that far out. But I don't really care. I don't really care about that far out. As long as I can keep them way out there, that's fine. I want to make sure that we've got control of Arkansas. We're going to go ahead and auto-resolve this when the battle is done. It shouldn't take too long, and we will get that fort. Still working there. All right. Well, I think we're probably at a pretty good stopping point. So far, everything is under control. We just won at Fort Gibson. Okay, so we've got that under control now. That's good news. I'm going to bring Longstreet back into Arkansas where he will get some supply. Let's bring him back to Fayetteville here. So he is on his way back to Fayetteville. That will get him supplied. The Texas Marauders are supplied now. That's good news. All right, so Longstreet is on his way back to Fayetteville. All right, well, this is where I'm going to stop for the night. And appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Hubster, Andrew, you guys have a good night. If you haven't seen my YouTube channel yet, please check it out. That's going to be Mechawatt on YouTube. This series here I've got uploaded. I will try and get this episode here uploaded either today or tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow sometime. All right, and I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good day.